Right, okay, so module 2, establishing your podcast subject, your passion project. Now, so many people come to podcasting with a belief that they're going to make oodles of money really, really quickly. And it's not going to be oodles. You will make money quickly if you follow the steps that I teach you, but you won't make oodles and oodles of money. And so the very first thing you've got to think about is it's going to take time. It's going to take time before you see large rewards. And so you might as well find something to podcast about that you really enjoy talking about. Otherwise, it's just going to be a boring slog and you're going to stop. Now, I was very fortunate. When I started Join Up Dots, I didn't really plan it out. I just started talking on an entrepreneurial spirit, and I found out that I'm fascinated by that. And so after 1,000 episodes, I could do 8,000 episodes. I'm never going to stop this. It's my thing, as they say. A lot of people do something slightly different. And what they do, they will look around at other people's podcasts. They will look at David Ralph from Join Up Dots and they will go, oh, he's doing really well for himself. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to duplicate his show. And wrong, really wrong. You are so much better to have a tiny niche down audience more than a global one if you love talking about the subject for the small and you hate talking about the subject for the big. So what you've got to do, first of all, you've got to start doing some work on yourself. You've got to forget about the podcasts you listen to. You've got to forget about the ones that are doing really well for themselves and you think you can just replicate their success, which you can't. And a classic example of this is John Lee Dumas from Entrepreneur on Fire. He has got a great podcast. It's done really well for him. Financially, he's probably the benchmark that we head for. And because he called his show Entrepreneur on Fire, you then get students on fire, agents on fire, everything's on fire. Makes not a bit of difference. It really doesn't. It's the content, not what you call it, but people make this mistake. So this is how we do it. Firstly, I want you to get a bit of paper and I want you to draw 2 lines down it so that you get 3 columns. 1 column, middle column and a right column. And in the left hand column at the top, I want you to write the word love. And in the middle one, I want you to write like, and in the far right, hate. And over a period of time, and this is a real project that it is so vitally important, and if you step through to some of my other training courses, you'll see I talk about the same thing again. Spend 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, whatever it takes to find the things that you love talking about. And so what I always do is in the love, I will write my children. And then in the hate, I write washing up. And it might seem bizarre things to write about, but what we're looking for themes. And you might, after a while, realise that you love actually things to do with nature and being outside. Or you might find that you actually love artistic things or political things. And all these little subjects that you say, I love, I like, or hate, will build up into something remarkable. Now, once you get that, okay, and you can see these themes that are starting to appear in front of you, then, of course, we've got our subject that we want to talk about. But it's no good talking about a subject if somebody isn't going to buy something at the end. It's just a hobby project. And so what we've got to do, we've got to take that passion and we've got to intersect it with our ideal client, our ideal customer, our ideal avatar, and look for their pain points. And the pain points is what people will actually pay for, okay? And so we're going to move on to that subject next. But that's what we've got to do first of all. We've got to find the subject that you love talking about and that you can provide value to, and you can also you're an expert in it. You can provide a solution to somebody down the line. Now, for example, I now grow a lot of my business through podcasting. Not only have I got a top show, it's a show that is doing extremely well financially. It's a show that is growing its audience literally month on month without any additional work from me. I don't do Facebook. I don't do Twitter really. I don't do anything. All I do is know the way to actually produce a show that really, really works. So subsequently, that's my business. That's what people want to know. That is the target audience. Now, away from that, I've also got Join Up Dots. And through there, people want to know how to get going, how to build a business, how to get the website. So we're building that platform as well. 2 pain points. People want to go from pain to pleasure, pain to pleasure. And so if somebody is looking at their business and thinking, how can we get more customers in there? That's their pain point. And the pleasure point is actually adding a podcast and seeing the results to it. And exactly the same with my other platforms. So you've got to find the thing that you love talking about and you can provide a solution to, first of all. And then we're going to step through and actually look at our ideal avatar.